Good morning. I can tell. Welcome both in the sanctuary and online to the Sunday service of the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Petersburg on land stolen from the Tocobaga and Seminole Native Americans. My name is John, and I'm the director of music here. Reverend Ben will be here leading the Christmas Eve service next weekend. Ben, raise your hand, would you? In case you haven't met our minister, that's him. I'm thrilled to be presenting today's service with my associate, Susan Burnore.
Thank you. Thank you, John. If you want a church where Christmas is celebrated as an inclusive, loving tradition for people of all faiths, where Black Lives Matter and it's okay to say gay, where we share deeds a lot more than creeds, I have good news for you. You may have found your new church home. One important announcement, well, they're all important, but next Sunday is Christmas Eve. Newsflash, right? But the news is that even though it's a Sunday, we will not have a morning worship service because we will have our traditional Christmas Eve service at 5 o'clock on Sunday, followed by a big wassail party here in our fellowship area. Jerry and Sabina will provide the drinks and the decorations and all kinds of good things, and you're welcome to help out with goodies if you'd like. Everyone's invited to be part of our holiday family. Please check your program and our website and our Facebook page for more announcements. I'll mention just one more. It's an insert in your program. The Homeless Memorial Service this Friday here at 4:30. You can see Geneva Nelson or read here on the insert for more information. It's a lovely service that we do every year.
As Unitarian Universalists, we're a people of diverse beliefs, but we share a common faith that every person is worthy of love, that what we do in the world matters, and that we are connected to one another. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your journey, you are welcome here.
Allow us to give a special welcome to any visitors or newcomers. If you're new to our church or visiting or just feel like you're still new, if you wouldn't mind giving us a wave so we can spot you and harass you later. Yeah, and if you'd like, you could stand and John will bring the microphone. You can briefly introduce yourself and say what brought you here today. Any volunteers, don't feel pressured to do it. Here's one up here, John.
Hi, my name is Patrice Cook. I am April Cook's youngest sister. And I'm here from Washington State along with my oldest sister, Christine, who doesn't want to talk.
Wow, the Cook sisters. I heard too many cooks makes a bad dish, but not in this case. Anybody else?
I'm Judy. I'm here with my daughter, Rebecca. We're good friends of Ben and Lucinda from up north, visiting from there.
And of course, it's wonderful having Lucinda back with us. At the
Any
very
more?
back.
There's one back there.
Should have worn my track shoes.
Hi, good morning. I'm Bernadette Kozlowski. I go by Bernie, and I'm relatively new to St. Pete, and I've visited a few times. I'm still trying to find a home base, so this place keeps calling me back.
Good. Anyone else?
Thank you all. We've got a few people up in the balcony, but I think they're all old folks, old home folks.
Oh, they're so old. Yeah.
Actually, some of our younger ones are up there. Well, thank you for taking a moment to silence your cell phones. If you need a mask, if you're uncomfortable, please feel free to take one from either of our lobbies. And we're going to pause now to take a moment to greet one another, Greet your neighbors, stand and turn, but please be sure to kind of make sure it's okay before you offer a hug or even a handshake these days with COVID and so forth. So let's take a moment to say good morning.
Thank you. Flaming chalices are lit at UU churches around the world as a reminder that as we join together, we leave some of the dark times in the world behind us for a little while. And we recall the words of Albert Schweitzer. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with great gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. As Ross Scott lights our chalice, we'll say our covenant together. The words are found in your programs and online in the text chat. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love. This morning we're going to be singing and talking about some of the wonderful Christmas carols we have in our hymnal. Back in 1993, the Unitarian Universalist Association established a commission of 8 ministers and music specialists to collect and publish this book of hymns and readings. We'll discover that in their attempt to be as inclusive as they could, they chose songs from many countries, many time periods, cultures, and religious traditions. And we're going to start by singing one of my favorites. It's so much fun to sing. It's in the gray hymnal. It's number 231. Angels we have heard on high. And I expect to hear lots of da, 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 you know. So please rise as you are able for number 231. Angels we have heard on high, singing sweetly o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their glorious lay. In excelsis Deo, in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why these songs of happy cheer? What great brightness did you see? What glad tidings did in excelsis Deo. See him in a manger laid, whom the angels praise above. Mary, Joseph, lend your aid, while we raise our hearts in love. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Thank you very much. I think I need to do some recruiting for the choir. Well, now it's time for a story for all ages. Can we have all the children come up? Yay! Such enthusiasm. I think there are a few more. Any more? No? Okay. Now, girls, did you ever wonder what the difference is between a Christmas song and a Christmas carol? Did anybody ever wonder? Oh, thank you. Well, some people say that Christmas carols are about the birth of the baby Jesus in Bethlehem, and Christmas songs are just about, you know, Santa Claus and snow and all of that. Right? So I'm going to name a song, and you have to tell me whether it's a Christmas song or a Christmas carol, okay? First one is Away in the Manger. Is that about Jesus being... Oh, well, can you imagine? Oh, hey, Ray. How's it going, Ray? Ray? Okay. So, what do you think? Away in a manger, no crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus. Do you think that's a song or a carol? That's a carol, yes. How about Frosty the Snowman? You think that's just a Christmas? Yeah, you want to make a... Good luck. It's a song. It's not a carol, right? Yes, good. How about Silent Night, all is calm, round young baby. Yeah, yes? It's a carol. Wow, you are 3 for 3. I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus last night. That's not part of the quiz. I'm just telling you what I saw at Home Depot. Yeah, I just thought it matched. How about O Little Town of Bethlehem? What? It's a carol, yes. And how about our last one, Jingle Bells? Yes? It's a song, wow. 5 for 5. Wow. Hey, now, do you all know it? Could you help me sing it? You ready? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse. Oh, you know, we need help. Could everyone join us? Okay, here we go. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Give yourselves a hand. That was wonderful. Maybe we could do that one more time and we could send you kids on to your classes. Here we go. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Well, our hymnal has some absolutely wonderful Christmas carols, and I thought it'd be fun to go through the book and point out some of these lesser known songs that are hidden away in there. And don't worry, we're not going to sing all of them, and don't be surprised if I skip over the ones that you've been hearing in stores and restaurants for the last month. So please open your gray hymnals to number 230. Sometimes my husband likes to make a joke about 2:30 and something about the dentist. That's the time to go to the dentist. 2:30. Okay. Anyway, Ben likes that one. If you want, you can sing this song in Spanish. We're going to find that a lot of these songs, and there are 34 of them that are labeled Christmas songs in our hymnal, you're going to see that a lot of them have foreign languages. If you look down the bottom on the left-hand side, you're going to see information about the music and about the words. This is a traditional Mexican folk song, and I love the refrain that goes, Alaru, alame, alaru, alame, alaru, alame, alaru, alaru, alame. Isn't that fun? Okay, we're going to skip ahead to 232. What? You don't want to sing in Spanish? No. Okay. The hills are bare at Bethlehem. The words of this one are kind of strange. In verse 2 it says, yet here the radiant angels fly and joy burns new, a fiery gem. Probably a translation issue anyway, but the tune is beautiful. It's an Appalachian tune. It was printed in 1842, I believe, in the early songbook called the Southern Harmony. The hills are bare at Bethlehem, no future for the world they show. Yet here new life begins to grow from earth's old dust, a greenwood stem. If you feel like joining me at any time, please do it. In the interest of time, we're not going to sing all these things. The next one, 233, Bring a Torch, Jeanette Isabella. Some of you may know this one, and if you want, you can sing it in French. And it's from the 17th century. Some of these carols go back a long time. You know, I have questions. Who are Jeanette and Isabella? And what are two French girls doing in Bethlehem? 234, In the Gentle of the Moon. I'm just going to point this one out because look at what it says about the tune. It's Hasidic. Yeah. Down the bottom on the right, you'll see the common name of the tune, in this case Hasidim. And the 777 are the numbers of syllable in each line. In the back of the book, you can find all of the songs in the book arranged by their number of syllables in their lines. And you can exchange the tune and the words to different songs that have the same melody. Like you could sing Amazing Grace to Joy to the World. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch. Not always a good idea. 235, Deck the Halls. It's very familiar to us. If the kids were still here, they'd be saying, that's not a carol, that's a song. There's no mention of the baby Jesus. It's an old Welsh drinking song, and it's fun to sing, but we're already running behind schedule, so I'm just going to keep skipping. Oh, by the way, our governor has outlawed the lyric, Dawn We Now Are Gay Apparel. The new lyric is, Dawn We Now Are Hetero Clothing. Don we now our hetero clothing. 236, O thou joyful day. Am I going fast enough for you? It goes, O thou joyful day, O thou blessed day, gladsome, peaceful Christmas time. Now watch what happens if I change the rhythms. Da, 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 da. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Yes, this Sicilian song may have been the source for We Shall Overcome. 238, Within the Shining of a Star. This one appeals more to you humanists than to you Christians. The lyric says, in every infant born we see hope. The miracle of each new birth we shake, and we can shake and save the stony earth. We are all holy. The melody is very sweet. But now the next one, and then we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled programming, is Go Tell It on the Mountains. This is one of the only 2 African-American Christmas songs in the book, and I think we could probably sing the first rhythm. Now, when you sing a song like this, you have to clap. Now, it's hard to do that when you're holding a book, but you can set it in the book. And friends, don't let their friends clap on 1 and 3, because then it becomes, go tell it on the mountain, as opposed to go tell it on the mountain. Ready? Here we go. Go and go tell it on the mountain. Over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain. Jesus Christ is Lord. Shepherds kept their watching o'er silent flocks by night. Behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountain. Everybody, over the hills and everywhere. Oh, tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is Lord. Remember that clapping on 2 and 4 is allowed and encouraged. Clapping on 1 and 3, Spirit of life. No, okay. So, Susan?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We've come to the time in our service for sharing of joys, sorrows, and concerns. Those of you on YouTube, live at home, are not in this room, but your presence is still felt. Please type your joys and sorrows into the text chat. We've received a few cards so far, and I'll share those. Do you have any?
I have only one. That's fine. As Ross puts a stone in the water for each one is submitted, we will read these cards to you. If you have any more, we could take them. Yeah, I think you have a concern from Geneva.
The first one is a concern from Geneva Nelson. She says, my best friend John Haley of New Orleans is having a stent put into his heart in mid-January, a few days after his 75th birthday. Please send him wishes for a good outcome and recovery.
I have a concern from Steve Sanderson. His wife, Linda, has had a particularly rough week, and he's requesting thoughts and good wishes for her.
I have several from Susan Gore concerns. First, Rob Myers, we're hoping for his quick and complete recovery from Friday's open heart surgery. Also, for my friend Larry's quick and complete recovery from yesterday's emergency appendectomy, and for all who have health issues to get timely, quality care.
I have one from Rebecca. A joy, her chosen family and cherished friendship, old and new, brings her great joy. Hope for a world that often feels mad.
This is a stone of joy from Gordia. My youngest sister is officially engaged to her girlfriend.
Yay. I have a joy and a sorrow from Will Tripoli. My 101-year-old aunt passed on Thursday. She lived a long, great life. I'm sad she's gone, but joyful that she was here so long.
This is one of sorrow from Judy Crosswasser for Lucinda Thiemann for the loss of her mother. And one from Patrice, a stone of joy, a joy that my family has gathered together again for the first time in a long time. She's very grateful.
One last one, I think it is. Congratulations to everybody involved in creating Wednesday night's conversation right here about Palestine.
As we celebrate these joyous times of the season, may we keep in mind those who are struggling with health issues, those who are unhoused, those who are mourning the loss of loved ones, and those who feel alone.
May all of us find a comforting and compassionate presence in the warmth of fellowship and community.
And we will place the final stone for these joys and concerns that remain in our hearts, perhaps too private to be spoken aloud.
We are connected even when we feel apart. Let us rejoice in our beloved community that makes of many one. So may it be. Let's take a moment of silence together. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in thy heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots only close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Well, let's continue our tour through the very exciting pages of our gray hymnal. Please turn to number 241 for one of my absolute favorites. Words are by Christina Rossetti, and the music is by Gustav Holst. Any of you classical music fans know that name. He composed the planets. The music is just wonderful. I think, could we do the first verse of this? Aaron, please join me in singing the first verse of this beautiful carol. In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan, earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow, snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago. I get very nostalgic when I hear that one. I just love it. You know, let me see, where am I going here? Oh, here I am. I mean, I'm here, but yeah. You know, the commission that put the hymnal together sometimes changed the lyrics of songs to make them what they thought would be more, inclusive and reflecting our UU values. We're used to that, aren't we? Yeah, aren't you familiar with occasionally be singing a hymn and going, what the heck are these words? Right, I know I am. Anyway, I'm not really happy with the fact that they only included that first verse of poetry from Rossetti, and they added some lyrics by a UU minister, and they also left out my favorite verse, which was, what can I give him, poor as I am? If I were a shepherd, I would bring a lamb. If I were a wise man, I would do my part. What can I give him? Give my heart. Do you know that verse? No, it's beautiful. Okay, turning the page and letting go, letting be what is. 242, in the lonely midnight, this ancient carol, you can see, well, it actually goes back further than it says. This is in plain song. Did you ever hear of Gregorian chant? It's music that doesn't have a regular beat or pulse to it. And actually, these songs were sung back in the Middle Ages without harmony, without accompaniment. So, in the lowly midnight on the wintry hill, shepherds heard the angels singing peace, goodwill. Listen, O ye weary, to the angel's song. Unto you the tidings of great joy belong. You can't clap on 2 and 3 in that. Yep. And the next one, I don't know if you've ever read the words to this one, Jesus Our Brother, but it's lovely, and I'm sorry the kids aren't here. Each animal gets to speak about their part in the nativity. The donkey carried Mary, the cow gave up his manger, the sheep gave wool for a blanket, and the dove cooed the baby to sleep. Isn't that wonderful? Unfortunately, the tune is, not so good. Now, let's turn a couple pages to, and a couple of these we're going to sing on Christmas Eve, 5 o'clock, no morning service next Sunday. O little town of Bethlehem, 246. And then turn the page and look, O little town of Bethlehem. You have the same words to 2 different tunes. We tend to sing, in America, we tend to sing 246, while in England, they are more likely to sing 247. I'm sure you're familiar with, "Oh, little town of Bethlehem," but you may not be familiar with, "Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee." How many of you are familiar with that melody? Oh, a bunch of Brits here today. Good. So, could you tell which one I prefer by the way I sang them? The first one. Yeah. Hey, could we sing that? Oh, little. Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. I love so much about that. Yet in thy dark street shine. I love the harmonies in there. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. The hopes and fears, both. And actually, okay, if you turn to 251, you'll see Silent Night, and then you'll see Stille Nacht at 252. So here you have the opposite. You have the same music, but to different words. And you can sing the second one in Germany, auf Deutsch, if you care to. The words of the second one are a little more literal. In fact, who knew that Jesus had lockigen Haar, curly hair? That's what the original song said in German. We'll sing this beautiful hymn carol on Christmas Eve. Let's jump ahead to "O Come All Ye Faithful." We'll undoubtedly sing that on Christmas Eve. You can sing the first verse in Latin. We've hit all the languages here. But the next one, 256, Winter Night. This is a really nice modern carol that probably very few of us know. It's a really nice one. It's composed by Shelley Denham. She has 5 hymns in our hymnal, including "We Laugh, We Cry, We Live, We Die." Da, da, da. Some of you know that one. Please join me in singing the first verse of Winter Night. Winter night, clear and bright, a weary world is sleeping, and then a cry fills earth and sky, a newborn child is weeping. Hush Let's do the second verse too. Drops of rain flow like rain, tell all your tears are falling. For you, mankind so frail, unkind, for your own life's calling. Hush up. If you'll turn the page, you'll come to 257, "'Twas in the moon of winter time." This is Canada's oldest Christmas song, written about 1642. It was originally written in the native language of the Huron people. At the end of the verses, we're supposed to sing, Jesus Arterton Haya. Good luck with that. And this is the only hymn in our hymn book that mentions Gichi Manatu, which means Great Spirit. Yep, the third phrase of the first verse. It's an interesting choice to put this in the hymnal, is it not? I mean, you only got 34 Christmas songs and you put one in Huron. You know, and there are some of my favorites they did not include. Hark the herald angels sing. What child is this who laid to rest? O holy night. I think you'll be hearing that on Christmas Eve. God rest ye merry gentlemen. Away in a manger. I could go on. So it's nice that we have Canada represented, but I'm sorry that some of these other favorites are not included. Now, could be they couldn't get the copyright, you know, on some of these songs. Sure, there's a reason they didn't include Away in a Manger. Well, all right. I think we could probably sing. Yes, we have time. Do you want to sing a little bit of, well, I'll tell you what, of all the songs that we skipped over, name one. Who's got a request?
Bring the torch.
What? Oh, Bring the Torch. Number, you game for this, Aaron? 233. Let's do it in English. Bring a torch. Bring a torch, Janet Isabel. Bring a torch and quickly run. Christ is born, good folk of the village. Christ is born, and Mary's calling out. Ah, beautiful is the mother. Ah, beautiful is her child. Lovely. Susan? I do hope you've enjoyed going through these hymns. If we have time at the end, we might. Yes, we've visited many languages, many countries, many cultures, many religious backgrounds. Singing carols together has been a very important part of the traditions of Christmas. People used to sing together a lot before television came along. You remember the piano in the parlor? What I've got for 10 cents on the dollar. Don't get me started. It's a rarity now for people to sing together. I mean, at what other time of year do people go out and sing to their neighbors? Never, just Christmas time.
As we come to the time for our offering, I'd like to take a moment here on behalf of the Endowment Board to give special recognition to someone who lived a life of generosity more fully than just about anyone else I've ever known, our dear Sally Carville, who died just about a year ago. It's taken a while for the terms of her will to be enacted, but the church has recently received a generous donation from her estate. Sally truly gave to this church in all three big ways: her time, her talent, her treasures. I see so many of us smiling and nodding. She served us in just about every way she could, on boards, in social justice, as our treasurer, as our unofficial historian, as our unofficial conscience so many times. We miss her, I miss her, and we give thanks for her life and her example. As Sally knew and exemplified, the offering that we take each Sunday isn't just a stale habit. It's an opportunity every week to recommit to this place and to this people. Our offering is an affirmation, a yes. When we give, we say yes to something we value. With our gifts freely given, may we say yes to the values of our faith. And there's something else special about today's offering. Today is Share the Plate Sunday. And on these Sundays, we contribute half of the non-pledge portion of the offering to a social justice project. This Sunday, those donations are for a Congolese family headed by Twazir and his wife, Mariam. We met them in 2016, and they have since become quite independent, but can use some extra help during this season. This family includes 4 beautiful children, 3 in elementary school and 1 toddler, and grandmother Elizabeth. Your donations can help them purchase gifts for the children and special foods with which to celebrate the holidays. Please be generous. Thank you. And now, if the ushers would please come forward, our offering will be gratefully received.
I'm going to sing hymn number 250 in your hymn books if you want to follow along. Some of the hymns in our book are not really intended for congregations to sing because they're difficult. And this is one of them. The lyrics are by E.E. Cummings, and the music is by Vincent Persichetti. Did you know E.E. Cummings' father was a UU minister? I didn't. I'm delighted that this song is in the hymnal, but it's difficult. Purer than purest pure whisper of whisper so big within all sense, forgivingly a once of eager glory, no more miracle may grow. Childfully serious, flower of holiness, a pilgrim from beyond the future, immediate like new, like some newly remembered dream. Flaming a coolie bell touches most near until eternally with luminous the shadow of love himself, whose we, nor can you die or I. And every world before silence begins a star.
Thank you, John, for that, and thank you for not asking me to help sing it. It was beautiful. But
let's do it again, everybody.
Very beautiful. What's given in love, we receive with great joy, and we say thank you. Well, it is Christmas, but of course it's also still close to Hanukkah. So let's please rise as you're willing and able to sing our final hymn, which is number 221, Light One Candle. This has become a favorite Hanukkah song, but it's not an old one. It was written by Peter Yarrow. Know him? From Peter, Paul, and Mary. So please join together in this one.
Remember, 2 and 4. the Maccabee children, with thanks that their light didn't die. Light one candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist was denied. Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice justice and freedom demand. But light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Light one candle for those who are suffering the pain we learned so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe, that anger won't tear us apart. And light one candle to bring us together with peace as the song in our heart. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our lives. And a little slower on the third verse. 2, ready, go. What is the memory that's valued so high? We keep it alive in that flame. What's the commitment to those who have died? When we cry out, they've not died in vain. Here we come this far, always believing that justice would somehow prevail. This is the burden, and this is the promise, and this was why we will not fail. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our fears. Oh, please be seated. As we go on about our lives in the coming week, we'll be hearing songs of the season in every post office and grocery store we enter. Meanwhile, in other places around the globe, millions suffer from hunger, lack of shelter, illness, and the ravages of war. May the themes of joy, love, and peace in these songs fill us with gratitude and hope, and inspire us to work for a better world for all people. Please remain seated while Aaron plays a postlude.
You're invited to stand as we conclude our service with the releasing of our chalice's flame. Please stand and join. The words are in your order of service and online in the text chat. Please join me. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of love, or the fire of courage. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world. Please remember that next Sunday we will not meet in the morning. We'll be meeting at 5 o'clock for Christmas Eve service. Please join us now in Gilmore Hall for coffee and carbohydrates. Thank you for being with us this morning.